Welcome back guys to another episode of the Database Making video series. If you are new to this channel, my name is Neil Pereira and I'm a software engineering undergraduate of Java Institute, and I recently started making these YouTube videos and by starting my own channel, and I recently uploaded videos about web programming and database management, so it's been quite a while since I uploaded a video. So today I have the 23rd question of the database management video series, so let's go check it out. So I have the question right here. So I'm going to do the question. One by one. So if you will listen carefully, you will be able to thoroughly understand the question. So once I explain the question, I will move on to the answer. And as usual, I'm going to use the HSQL software to execute the queries. Now, in the question number 23, we have 12 questions. That means to answer one simple question, we have to create an SQL query. So execution of that SQL query is done by the HSQL software. So I'm just going to open the HSQL software also, and I'm going to split the screen like this, so we can easily manage the questions. So let's move on from question by question. Let's go through question by question. I'll just use a pen right here, so it's easy for us to mark the questions that we have done. So now we have the first question. Now this is the same extended from question number 16. This is, I think, part 7 of main question number 16. So we started from question number 16. Starting from question number 16, we did 7 parts. Now this is the 7th part of the question. So let's move on to the question. Now, starting from the first one, they are asking what is the lowest mark obtained for the singular subject in the first term. So as you have remembered from the previous videos, that means question number 22 video, 21 video, we discussed the table which has all these marks is the student underscore marks underscore record table. So as you can see, I'll show you the table. Now this is the table with all the marks. The table name is student underscore exam underscore mark underscore record. So I'm going to in this case I'm going to use join queries, because I didn't use much of the concept of join queries in the previous video. So you guys can catch up with this new query called join query. So I'll explain on the way. So select first simply I'm going to select all from. First, when you are extracting data from a data table, we have to mention the database in which the data table is present. That means according to the database model we discussed, data is stored in tables and tables are stored in data. So when you are specifying a table, when you are going to extract data from a table, you have to specify its location. Now tables are situated inside databases. So there can be two tables with the same relation name, but in two separate data tables. So that's why we have to mention the name of the database. So my database is exam underscore marks underscore db, and in that we have the student underscore marks underscore record table. So once I execute the query, you can either press this button or you can directly press F9 as the shortcut key. So now I have all the marks. So now what I am going to do is I am going to so as they are asking the lowest mark obtained for a singular subject in the first term, I just have to now, since I am using join queries, I have to join the exam term table, then I have to join the subject table, then I have to join this table which has the marks. So altogether we have 3 tables joined as one single entity. So we have exam student underscore marks underscore record. Then I am going to if you are joining two tables, you use the term inner join. Inner join. When you are specifying a table, you have to mention the database. Inner join. First I'll join the subject table. Then now I am extracting data from this join table. Now one part has the student table, that means this table. Then you have the subject table, and these are connected by giving a condition. So you have to give the condition by using the keyword on. So my condition is the student underscore marks, student underscore exam underscore mark underscore record table. When you specify that table, we have certain columns. So in that I take out the subject ID, and that subject ID column of the student underscore marks underscore record table should be equal to the subject ID of the subject table. In that way, both these tables are connected by using these two columns. All the values in these two columns, in these respective columns, will be equal. So once I run the query, so as you can see, the tables are connected using the subject ID and the subject underscore subject ID. All the values have become the same. So using that we have connected the tables. Then we have to again join, inner join the exam term table, exam underscore marks underscore db dot the exam term table. You don't have to put it in double quotes because it's a table. If you have to use you have to use square brackets when you are mentioning columns only, and you have to mention quotes when you are mentioning values. And exam underscore marks underscore db dot exam term, and you have to mention the condition on student underscore exam underscore marks underscore record dot the exam underscore mark exam underscore term underscore ID should be equal to the term ID of the exam term table. So now once I run the query, I have three tables joined to each other using the conditions that I have given, which are separated by these ons. On keywords. On keyword is used to introduce the condition in an SQL query. So now I have all the tables. Now let's again look at the question. We have to find the lowest mark. And the term is first term. So let's first filter out the marks which are obtained only for the first term. So now I have to give a condition. So you use the condition, you use the on keyword when you are mentioning detail, when you are mentioning conditions, when you are joining two tables. So when you are joining two tables, and you have to mention the condition whether from what is the orientation where you are going to join the table. Now when you are joining two tables, they are connected by two columns. So you have to give the conditions to those columns. What is the orientation you guys should join? So you use the where keyword to specify the values that you want using. Now we usually use this where keyword to specify which column, which row we need the values. So we use where the term name, the column name is term name, I think. Let's check. Yeah, it's term name, as you can see here. Term name is equal to the first term, and the subject should be, the subject name should be, I think, mathematics, right? No, it's English. sorry, it's single. Subject name should be this one, the singular language and literature. So now let's run this query. Okay, now we have all the marks obtained for the first term and for the single subject. Now we have to find the lowest mark. What is the lowest mark for the singular subject for the first term? So if you are finding the lowest mark of a certain column, you just have to use this min keyword. So you have all the values which are resulted by a search query. Now this is a search query. You specify the search query using this select keyword. In cases you have this select keyword, that means you are selecting data from a database. So now I am going to search only the mark. So once I write mark here, now this is a table name, so you have to mention that within gray brackets. So now once I run the query, you get the minimum mark of the distribution. So once I replace this with all, as you can see here, you have 78.6, 75, 85.5, 100, 85.56, 78.6, 85.23, 99. So the last mark is 75. So once I mention here mark and run the query, it gives us the lowest mark. But the column says just minimum mark, so that's not appropriate. So I'll replace it with another column name. I'll mention it as lowest mark for singular for the first term, just to be too specific. Okay. Now once I run this query, the column name is altered, and here the lowest mark for singular for this first term is 75 marks. Okay. That's the end of the first question. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. The next one says, the first one is done. So next one says, find the details of the student who got the lowest mark for the first term for single subject. Now earlier in the first question we got the lowest mark. Earlier in the earlier question we got the lowest mark for the single subject for the first term. Now they are asking us who got the lowest mark. Okay. Now I am going to open another query tab and select all the details of the students. Select all from exam_marks_db dot the student table. Once I run this query, you can press F9 or press this key here. So now we have all the details. Or you can simply right click here and press F9. Press run. Okay. Now we have all the details, including the index number, the first name, last name, gender, contact number, and the class ID. So when you take a look at the student marks table, all the marks are given using the student index number. So you have to refer the student table again. To check that. So let's just roughly check who got that last value for. So they are asking us for the first term. So first term means the exam term should be 1. You have 75 here and 75 here. So the subject ID for single is 3. So we have to check 3 also. 3. Yeah. This is the query. So the first term has 1 as the ID. So subject ID is 3. Lowest mark was 75 as we discussed in the previous question. And the student index number is STU_002. So let's check who got that lowest mark. So 002 is Madara Vanasekara, female. This is his contact number and the class ID. We have the class ID. Now we have to get this answer using a query. So we have all the details. Now we must filter to get this answer as the student who got the lowest mark for single subject for the first time. Now, first we'll do a simple filter. So I am going to select all from exam underscore marks underscore db dot the student table. Now I have all the marks. Then I am going to inner join. The student table here. Exam underscore marks underscore db dot the student table. First I'll find the student table, and the condition that we are going to do this connection is the student underscore mark underscore record, and the student index number of that table should be equal to the index number of the student table that we connected earlier. So now once I run this query, we have a connected table. We have a table. Now as you can see, this is the record table and this is the student table. We have both of them connected using this condition. The student index number is equal to the index number. As you can see, the index number is always equal to the student index number here. Now I am going to inner join another table. So if you join tables like this, it is easy to filter once you get all the details right. So inner join. Now I am going to connect the subject table. Inner join exam underscore marks underscore db dot the subject table on the condition. Now the condition is student underscore marks underscore record dot the subject ID should be equal to the subject ID of the subject table. Now I'll run the query. Okay. Now we have the subject table connected to it also. Okay. Lastly, I am going to connect the exam term table, but before that I am going to connect another table with the student table, that is the class table, because when we are searching details of a student, now in this question we are supposed to find the details of a student, but specifying the details of a student without this class is it's wrong. Now if you get the answer, or if you are going to search all the details of the student, you should also specify his or her class. Okay, now then I am going to inner join the database dot the class table on the condition student underscore marks underscore db dot, sorry, here we are using the student table. We are connecting the student table and the class table. So I'm going to equal that with the class ID of the class table. Okay. Now once I run the query, I have the class along with the details of the student. We have the class and also the details of the student. Earlier we didn't have that. Okay. Lastly I am going to lastly, I'm going to enter details of the exam term. I'm going to connect the exam term table here. Inner join exam underscore marks underscore db dot the exam term table on the condition student underscore marks underscore db dot the exam term id should be equal to the term ID of the exam term table. Now let's run this query. Now we have also the exam term table connected to this with the exam dates and all the stuff. Okay. Now we have all the details. Now we must filter them one by one. Okay. Now here in this query, we must filter out details of the student of the first term and the single subject. So I am going to specify that using the condition singular subject name. I'll just copy and paste that because to avoid any spelling errors. And also the term underscore name should be the first term. Subject is correct. Now this should be subject name. Subject name. Now we have all the details of the students who sat for the singular paper for the first term. Now what we have to do is we have to select the lowest mark. So that's very easy. We just deleting the previous question. Now here. I don't need all the details, I just need some details. I'm going to need the index number, the first name, the last name, and the gender is not that much of important, and the class name, and also the subject name, and what else we have? We have we mentioned the term name and the exam date also. Otherwise the answer is not complete. And now once I run the query, we have all the essential details except those unwanted ones. Now what we have to do is we have to get the mark as also the mark should also come here. That part I'll just mention it here. Now once you mention the mark table here also, you get the marks also, but now I have to find out the least mark. So mark should be equal to, now I have to mention the subquery here. Now we found that the lowest mark in the first query tab, just going to copy that and paste it here. Paste it here and delete the last symbol. And this should be M. Now let's see. Now we have the details of the student who got the lowest mark for the single subject for the first term. That's the end of the second question. Let's move on to the third one. Okay. What is the lowest mark obtained for the second term for the science subject? Okay. That is very easy. So we just have to take this query here and we just rename this as science subject for the second term, and the subject should be science. This is the same as the first question. Science, and the term is second term. Now once I run this query, I get the lowest mark for the science subject for the second term, that is 45.52. So it's the same thing in the first question. I'm not going to explain it again. In the first question we discussed how we are going to find the marks for single subject for the first term. Now this is the science subject for the second term. We just have to change the first term to the second term and single subject to the science subject. Okay. So that's the third one. And next we have what is the minimum mark obtained for the subject of mathematics for the term examination held on this. Okay. Now that one is a little bit tricky. In that one, we'll just have to open another query tab. Then I have to join two tables here. That is the subject table. One is the subject table. Then the other one is the student mark table. Then the other one is the exam term table. That is three tables. Okay. Now what I have to do is I have to, as usual, I am going to introduce the basic table which has all the marks. Exam underscore marks underscore db dot the marks table. Now I will run the query. Now according to this, I am going to inner join this with the exam underscore marks underscore db dot the subject table on the condition student underscore marks underscore db, the subject ID of that table, the subject ID of the marks table should be equal to the subject ID of the subject table. Now let's run this query. Now we have two tables joined to each other using the condition that I gave right here. It's the subject ID of the exam mark report should be equal to the subject ID of the subject table. Next, I am going to inner join the exam term table, exam underscore marks underscore db, the database, the exam term table on the condition student underscore marks underscore db, the exam term ID of the table should be equal to the term ID of the exam term table. MID of the exam term table. Now let's run this query. Now we have also the exam term table connected. Now I have to filter out. Now we have all the tables connected. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 tables connected. Now we have to filter the exam held on 2020-07-10. Now we are specified only we are not given the name. They are telling us only the date. Now we have the date right here. We can search which exam is held on this date. There we have to give a condition. Exam date should be equal to 2020-07-10. Now when I run this query, okay. Let's read that. So when I put the condition where exam date should be this, we have all the details. Now as you can see, the exam date is the one we have given in the condition. Next, we must mention the subject. The subject underscore name is equal to mathematics. Mathematics. So now when I run the query, you have all the details of the maths exams you have on this date. That is actually the second term. Now we have to find the lowest mark. So instead of the star mark, you just have to write minimum mark, and I'll adjust the name of the column as minimum mark for mathematics on 2020-07-10. Let's run this code. Now we have the answer for the fourth question, that is 44.12, and that's the minimum mark for mathematics, which is held on 2020-07-10. That was the end of the first question. Now we have the final question. That is find all the details of the student to obtain the minimum mark for the for mathematics in the exam date held on this one. That means they are asking us to give us the details of the student to obtain this mark. Okay. Now we have the lowest mark. We have the lowest mark with us. Now we have to find the details of the student. Okay. Now I'll just open another query tab. Okay. Select all from exam underscore marks underscore db dot student underscore exam underscore marks underscore record table. Now we have all the marks in this table. I am going to join the student table. Exam underscore marks underscore db dot student on, and that's the condition. Student index name should be equal to the student underscore index name of the marks table. Now we have a combined table of the details of the students and the marks table. Now we can also add the subject. We can also add the subject ID, subject table and the exam table. But first I am going to, as I need all the details of the student, I also need the class of the student. So I have to connect the class table also. Class table on the condition. Class ID of the student table should be equal to class ID of the class table. Now altogether with the details of the student, I have the details of his or her class. Also, I will have to inner join this subject table. Exam underscore marks underscore db dot the subject table on the condition student underscore marks underscore db dot the subject ID of that table should be equal to the subject ID of the subject table. Now once I run this query, we have also the subject table connected to it. Last we have to connect the exam term table. Inner join this we must mention the database exam underscore marks underscore db dot exam term table on the condition underscore marks underscore db dot exam term the term ID of the exam term table. Okay. Now once I run this query, I have the exam table connected to this as well. Now I have to print out the subject of mathematics and the exam date as 2027 10. Where the subject underscore name is equal to that was the single subject, sorry, mathematics subject. Mathematics subject. So now we have all the details of the students who sat for the mathematics subject, and also the exam date should be 07 and 10. Now let's try. Now we have all the details of the exam of the subject of mathematics saved on this day. And also, I'll just print out only the details that I want. So instead of all here, I just have to involve the index number, and I'll first and last name, and I will use the subject name, and the mark, also the class name. Class underscore name. The term underscore name and the term date. Exam date. Now I have all the essential details, and last I'm going to fill out the lowest mark. Where mark is, here we have a subquery. Here we equal to the lowest mark. Just copy that and paste it here. And we use the last encode. Now we have the details of the student along with his class. As the student who got the lowest mark for the exam date held on 2020-07 and 10. So that's the end of that question. That's the end of that question. That is the end of question number 5, and that is also the end of question number 23. So we will complete question number 23. So I'll meet you guys in the next video, that is question number 24 of the database management video series. So see you guys then. Bye guys.